Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's B. Avery, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And with this one right here, we are talking Euphoria Season 2, Episode 1, titled Trying to Get into Heaven Before They Close the Door. And guys, welcome to my channel. I imagine that I'm going to get a number of new viewers just because this is the first time I'm covering this show, Euphoria, on HBO Max. I am new to the show. I know it came out about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I did watch the first episode at that point in time. And I did like it, but just things got ahead of me and I got behind and I wasn't able to catch up on the show. However, I did binge watch this first full season. I'm not going to be talking about it on this channel, but we're already on Season 2, Episode 1. And I'm going to be talking about it each episode, each Sunday with you guys, kind of the same way I've been doing Power and also Insecure, to where I do a video recap of the episode by myself. And then later on in the day or in the week, I do a live recap or recording with another guest that I kind of have on my panel or that I have on my crew. And, we'll get to that in a second. But I do want to let you know that, of course, this is just going to be talking about Episode 1 of Season 2, and I will go on to each episode each week. But the guest that I'm going to be talking about that each week is Tyra with Reviewz TV. Here's her YouTube channel right here. I did this exact thing with her for Insecure, and so we decided that we're going to do the same thing for Euphoria as well. However, they may not be live. It may just be a recording and I may premiere it so, we can still engage in the live chat, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up. But since I am talking about Episode 1, of Season 2, I wouldn't be here if I didn't love the show. Guys, I'm loving this show so far. It's freaking fantastic. Sam Levinson, the writer, director, creator of this HBO series, is just knocking this out of the park. Not only is this just like another high school drama, starring Zendaya, I mean, this is just great filmmaking. The way this man uses the camera, the way he used the soundtrack and all the editing and everything like that, it just takes this on to the next level. And that's just kind of like why this season is so phenomenal, or this show is so phenomenal. But let's just go ahead and get into the episode, guys. I really loved it. And I have to say, I'm happy that the way this started off at the very end, I'm just going to say Nate got his ass beat. He got his ass beat. He got his ass beat. And I'm so happy about that. I was so pissed off in Season 1 where he took advantage of the other dude because, he didn't know. But Nathan is a manipulator. He's a monster. He needs to be shut down. He needs to be quelled. And somebody finally did that. And it was Fez. And I love Fez is like one of my favorite characters right now. Of course, Rue is too. But this first episode, she was kind of just, getting on my nerve. But, we'll talk about that in a second. But, I'm really glad that Fez was able just to deliver justice and beat Nathan's ass, because Nathan definitely deserved it. He's just I don't want to just go as far as he's not a good person. We do know that it's because of his daddy and all that stuff that he found with the porn and him having sex with the whole neighborhood and stuff like that. But Fez, that's what's up right there. I mean, he beat his ass because he was threatening Rue. He was threatening Jules, and also, he's the one that raided on his shop or whatever, and got him, took it down. And so that's just a great way. Or to end this first episode where I heard just like, man, we only on the first episode at the end and they're already giving us the business. That's what's up right there. I'm loving it. But as you know, if you're a fan of the show, you know that they kind of give a backstory to each and individual character. And at the very beginning of this one, we got the backstory for Ashtray and Fez. And I have to say, y'all, this is my favorite one out of all of them. I mean, there are like a lot of good questions that are raised, like, why are you bringing a kid to a drug deal? Why are you bringing, an addict to a drug deal? And it's like, look, this is not a kid. This is my business partner. She's not an addict. This is my family. But I really do love this backstory with Fez, just showing him grow up with his grandma, because in the Season 1 where they're showing him taking care of somebody in the room over there, giving them a sponge bath, I'm over here like, okay, who is that? Of course, they have to have some type of significance, if if Fez is the one that is, taking this much tender love and care after this individual, they're still alive. They're not in the hospital. They're not in the home. He's doing that himself, so now we get that, the grandma, and, he, at the very beginning, we just get to see that she ain't playing around. You're not finna cross her. If you do, you're going to pay for it later. And old dude paid for it with his kneecaps, you know. He over there trying to get some service, and she go over there, yo, blam, blam, blast him. And I'm like, wow. It's like, hey, baby, I went there and talked to your daddy. You're going to be staying with me for now, you know. And I'm just like, wow. You know, don't just be abusing kids and stuff like that. And so you're going to get your kneecaps or your legs blown off. And that was just a great introduction to the character. And this just goes to show, guys, you really just can't judge nobody. I mean, this is why you can't judge nobody, because you don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know where they came from. And this lifestyle that Fez is part of is just not his fault. It's not. Even especially baby Ashtray. Baby Ashtray mom left him over there for collateral. She was supposed to come get him at 10 o'clock and she didn't. And then this is just where they are, you know? I mean, and Fez was smart too. And I like Fez. He's a good person because, I mean, he's not an addict himself. He noticed that Rue was tripping balls and he didn't want to give her no more drugs in season 1. And she said all those mean and evil things because, you know, that's what addicts do apparently. And, you know, this is just, it's not, look, it's not his fault. And I just say that because it was actually, oh yeah, I don't want to spoil that, but you know, yeah, it's, you know, I'm really loving this. I thought it was dope as hell. I love this introduction, and we're getting to know Fez and Ashtray. I just think that's, you know, phenomenal. And so great job right there in the whole writing team, the directing team. And like, I'm really feeling season 2 so far. But now we are fast forwarding on or moving on to the party. It's New Year's. And Rue and Jules have not seen each other since, you know, the train, you know, from Christmas break, you know, a couple of weeks back. And this is the first time they getting her as well. But, you know, prior to everybody getting to the party, Maddie, Cassie was on her way, but she got into a fight with her friends, and so she just got up to the car and going to the store getting some donuts, and then that's when Nathan pulls up or whatever. And so she gets into the car, they go to the party. Now Nathan is drunk, they start drinking. I'm just like, okay, you know, I don't promote drinking and driving or nothing like that, but I'm like, okay, if you're just gonna have one beer on the way there, you know, it's maybe not a big deal, you know, it's, hey, not gonna trip on that. But apparently, I don't know, maybe he just tripping or I don't know, stressed out. Well, apparently he is, you know, because we saw what happened in season 1, you know, well, yeah, we know what happened with the explosion with his dad. But this dude started going off like 100 miles an hour, right? And Maddie is down at first, but then she just started tripping like, okay, you know, what's going on? I'm at the edge of my seat like, wow, they're gonna die. Or they're going to have a car accident. They're going to end up in the hospital. It's going to be real dramatic. This is stupid, you know. But, you know, she spills the beer. She's like, I'm soaking wet. And it could have been for the beer and because she was horny or both of them at the same time. I'm thinking she going to trip, but no, she started taking off her panties or whatever. They go to the party and want to have sex in the bathroom. Now, that's cool and all if you want the excitement, but y'all could have did it in the car. Y'all could have went somewhere. Why would you, if she taking off her drawers in the car, why didn't you smash in the car? Why don't you go to the motel, hotel, Holiday Inn? Like, y'all could have went to the park. I don't know. But anyway, they go to the party. They want to have sex in the bathroom. Now, shout out to OneTakeBigDog because he ended up doing his first review in the bathroom. And he was like, man, the show must go on. And this is so appropriate that I'm shooting this in the bathroom because the whole episode, or half of the episode was in the bathroom. And that's where I keep saying Maddie, that's where Cassie and Nathan are in there getting it on. And you know, everything is everywhere. Now Maddie, she has to go pee, and I'm like, man, how are they gonna get out of this? And I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, Cassie, you need to calm down. You need to chill, relax, stop crying so much. Oh my gosh, just relax. Crawl out the window. I was like, I know there has to be a window in the bathroom, and it was, but they're not able to open it. And I don't even know why I didn't think about hiding in the shower curtain, but that was smart. You know, he calmed her down, and you know, he was like, open the door, like, hey, Nathan played it well, you know, because he is a manipulator. And that makes sense. Nobody's just gonna go in, especially if you're at a stranger's house and just look behind the shower curtain like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you're just not gonna do that. But it was just funny to set him. There's no toilet tissue. She got to wipe herself with a rag up there, maybe used a knot and threw it on her face. I was laughing. But here comes Travis. I'm like, oh man, this is just getting more dramatic. And they keep showing her phone. I'm like, I know she'd put her phone on silent when she was getting in the tub. I know she did, but she didn't. And Lexi texting her, and that was, I was like, wow, she got out of there. You know, they don't care about nobody. Hey, there's a girl passed out in the tub. So what? You want to go dance? I'm like, wow, that's crazy. You know, like that's just, didn't even care. No remorse. You know, you don't want to see if they're okay or anything like that. And then old dude coming there talking about, you know, he want to take a crap and, you know, you hot and all that. And it was funny. It was funny. But Nathan and Maddie got out of there. I didn't know how they were, but they pulled some magic out their ass and got out of there. Now, this is where McKay is pulling up. And, he runs into Cassie. They go talk. They break up. Nathan gets drunk all of it because he was drinking. He told me, hey, did you come on her stomach? Did you come on her belly? He tripping balls. And, I'm like, okay, you need to back up on all that. So that's dope right there too. But let me back up because I'm jumping all over the place. I guess I'm just excited because I love the show so much. Going back to Ashtray and Fez, because I'm loving their bring up. I'm loving the backstory and all that. Mouse is despicable as well. Not only did Nathan deserve to get his ass whooped, but Mouse had to go too. And I like the way he went out. I did not see that coming at all. Mouse is disgusting. We all know that. I didn't like him ever since he forced the drugs on Rue back in season 1. But he's like Fez, like, hey man, I need you to say, wait. I need you to move up. I need you to step your game up. Fez is like, look, I'm good on all that. Heard you got rated, and that's how everything starts. That's how season 1 ended. But Ashtray don't like to be threatened like that, man. And so he just, gets a hammer and runs up like a ninja and just like, man, I did not see that coming. Kills him 1 shot, then goes over and hits the other dude in the nose and breaks his nose. I'm like, wow. Of course, Fez didn't approve of that. But yeah, I like that, man. I like the camaraderie. I like that he's down for his brother. They are family, man, and you're just not gonna come in here and threatening us. We didn't do nothing. You're gonna make it like no. And so Ashtray's about their life, and of course he got the name Ashtray because he was eating a cigarette, doing the backstory part. But the next part, man, when they was going over there to meet Lori the teacher, that's like, hey, I'm trying to move weight because there's no money in teaching. Faye is out of there with her lips. Oh my gosh, she's out of there. She shot Heron in her crotch and her, like where did she shoot it exactly? Like, I don't know. I want to Google it, but at the same time, I don't. Oh man, that's just like, it's just heroin. Oh, I'm like, wow. It's not just heroin, man. And like, how do you find that out? Like, hey, if you shoot it up your coochie, if you shoot it up your vagina, you shoot it in your crotch, you get a better high. Like, damn, like, that's just crazy right there. It's just heroin. And, Rue was out of her mind too. She was really annoying, trying to sing the Tupac song. Fez was like, not Fez, but Ashtray was like, man, you please tell her to shut the fuck up? I'm like, and just to let y'all know, guys, about profanity and me using it in these videos, my censorship is going to match the content. So if I'm talking about an HBO show that's rated R on mature, and they have nudity, strong content, sexual content, F-bombs, B-words, all that, I'm going to use it. But if it's PG, PG-13, and they don't, I'm not. So with Euphoria, it's a green light, Will you please tell her to shut the fuck up? And he's like, yeah, man, we finna go handle some business. But anyway, going back, they get snatched out the car. They go in there. And this scene was funny right here. The old dude was like, look, we are not engaged in any illegal activity. We are not associated with anyone in any illegal activity. Lori over there chilling like, look, that's what I hired them for. I'm just the boss over here. I'm the queen pin. You know what I'm saying? And it's like getting naked, and that makes sense. He turned on the music. And good thing, though, dude was not a pervert. He's not. He's just trying to make sure that, they're not going to get raided or that they're wearing a wire. Of course, it's smart that they don't want to see a little 12-year-old boy naked. Like, we don't want to see a 12. No, I'm not going to have that on my conscience. You know what I'm saying? We put him in the closet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, we don't. No. And another thing, I mean, they show nudity in the show, of course, but it's interesting to see how they do it with certain characters. I think they try to be tasteful in some aspects. Nobody wants to see a 12-year-old boy naked. So yeah, they just want to put him in the closet while they do all the conversation or converse. Rue, she didn't get naked, but he took her in the back, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure he's not going to take advantage of her. I hope not, but I was just like, all right, we'll see. He was like, take off your pants, and as soon as he discovered that she didn't have a wire, he's like, okay, was that hard? And let her go. So he's not a pervert. He's just trying to make sure that everybody is, not wearing a wire. Laura come through and tell me, I'm sorry about all the hoopla. I just have to be safe. So you guys ready to do some business? Where's Mouse? Says the guy that brings a kid to a drug deal. Says the guy that brings a high school, girl to a drug deal. And, they have that conversation. And, I like how he handled that. That was pretty dope right there. But going back to the party, it was cool that Lexi and, what is his name? Fez, I was just talking about him, how they're getting along. They're talking about pagan holidays and Christmas and the winter solstice and King James being written this way and in the one side of the castle and witches and doing this. And it was nice. I like Lexi. She's she almost got Cassie in trouble trying to blow up her phone, but she didn't know. But that's crazy. She sees that, how nice Fez is, but Fez went over there and beat his ass. He beat Nathan's ass. He gave him, I probably should have counted, but he knocked the hell out of him, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm so happy with the way this turned out. I'm so happy to see Rue and Jules, they connect, and they was like, you know, hey, I'm sorry, I just missed you. I know I'm tripping. We also, Rue, she going into cardiac arrest, sniffing drugs with this new character, Elliot. I mean, you know, so that's interesting. We're going to see how that goes, but it's a really great episode, guys. This is a really great start to the season, and I can't wait to talk about it more with you guys. And so, yeah, just let me know what you thought about the episode and also my recap, my breakdown. And I can't wait to see, you know, what happens with Nathan next and, you know, him seeing his ass, getting his ass beat. But guys, that is just my opinion, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel. And guys, again, why you should subscribe is because you get on my channel, you get a number of things. I'm going to go to my home tab real quick. Press pause on that. You're going to get movie reviews, also spoiler reviews, series reviews, movie news roundup show. Every Sunday, I do a movie news roundup show where I compile all the entertainment and movie news for the week, and then have a panel of guests, and I have a live show for about an hour or two, and we just go over each topic, having a good old time. So you want to make sure you come back for that. Also, I'm talking about Peacemaker. I got some trailer reactions. I do watch Power, and you know, so make sure I may even get an interview or two or whatever. So, but I'm also going to be doing this each week with Tyra or whatever, with a recording, with the live. So make sure you subscribe for all that good stuff. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. Before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.